Hello, I would like to show you how to install the new version of Synthflow AI phone calling app in GoHighLevel. So we made it even more seamless now to use our agent in GoHighLevel, and I will walk you through the process. So first you need to install the app. You will find it in the app marketplace. It's both available for a agency account as well as a sub account. So once you install this, you will need to basically go and create two workflows. Um, One workflow is for doing the action of calling, so make a phone call, and the second workflow is getting the data, getting the transcription, right? So I have created a separate folder for this agent. That makes sense to separate things, and then within that folder I have the two actions here, right? So this is for a trigger agent in Synthflow. So let's check out the first workflow for making the actual phone call. It looks pretty straightforward, and it is. So what we do here basically is to have one trigger that can be anything that is applicable for your use case. In this case, it's like when a call tag is added, um, I want to execute this make a phone call action, which is the Synthflow action. So you just go here, select Synthflow, make a phone call action, and there you go already. Um, Within this Synthflow make phone call action, we see a couple of different parameters here. One is the model ID. The model ID you get from your model within Synthflow. So you go into Synthflow, create the action, and then you can copy the model ID here. This is the model ID of your agent. So we paste that here. And then the phone. This is the phone number where the agent is doing the phone call to, right? Here I selected the variable from the GoHighLevel CRM. And it is important that you choose phone raw format because we want to get the raw format without any dashes and um, uh, parentheses or anything else, right? So it should be international phone number standard with a plus in the front. And this is something we get for with the phone raw. Then next, the name. This is the name of the customer. Again, you can hard code something, but you can also select something here from the variables, and then the API key. This is a test API key. I will delete it afterwards. There's one critical aspect here, which is the key value pairs, right? So as an example, I have here company name and value of Blackstone Solutions. And this is a very powerful feature. Basically, when you go into your agent in Synthflow, you can configure custom variables in your prompt that you can dynamically inject from GoHighLevel. So this is my full prompt, right? Your name is Morgan. You are a customer support specialist at company name, right? This gets dynamically injected, right? So here I have Blackstone Solutions. It could be anything. I could go ahead and basically inject here another variable, anything I want, and have here like very much dynamic variables here, right? Um, and you can go quite sophisticated with that and do like bunch of customizations here. Just for the sake of this call, I'll keep it with a company name, but you can add multiple variables. And you can see here, I have one dynamic key and it's in the prompt. Make sure that all the keys that you have here are in the prompt. Otherwise, you will get an error. Cool. So that looks good, right? I have my agents set up here nicely. I can add more key values, but that's fine. Make sure you saved it, make sure you published it, make sure that you also, for testing purposes, allowed the retry here. This is make a phone call action. Now let's move to the second one, right? The second one is getting the call transcription and the call data, right? So once the call is executed, I actually want to understand what the AI and the human discussed and also get some further information. That's why we create get call data or transcription. You can name it any way you want. And here, that's also very straightforward. This is the new part. You need to create an inbound trigger, right? So you just go ahead and select the inbound trigger, and the inbound trigger will provide you with a URL. Okay, this is the fixed URL that you will get for this specific inbound trigger in this specific workflow, right? So you take this one here, you go to your agent, go to deploy, click here on go high level, and then I already initialized it, that's why it's enabled, but it will show disabled, and then you paste it here, right? Then you click on initialize. And when you click on initialize here, it will basically post a sample response or request into this trigger. So you can capture that. So here, this is the one I just initialized. And by this process, you basically get all the variables that you can then use downstream for all the subsequent actions, right? And you are good to go. That's it. That was it already. It was before it was more complicated. We made it more seamless, right? So now what you do is basically you create all these actions following to the data that you get, and you can do a bunch of stuff with that, right? Here I update the contact, but what you can also do is, like, for example, here I create a note attached to this contact, and then I add a transcript, the duration, and the call status, right? I can add this here, duration and status, right? And you can do a bunch of other stuff, right? Since you already know you get what you get, you can basically take all of this and, yeah, create downstream tasks, right? So I save this again, make sure it's published, make sure you allowed retries, and we are actually good to go. So let's go back into our trigger agent, our trigger make phone call, and let's try this out. So I'll take my phone here, I select David Testman, and I call him now. I get a call. Yes, who's there?
Hello, thank you for calling Blackstone Solutions. This is Morgan speaking. May I have your name, please?
Yeah. So then it goes, right? Then the process starts. But that was actually it. And you saw the custom variables we just injected were shown in the prompt, right? So now, showtime. Let's look at the contact, right? So we expect actually to get the transcription of David, right? We wanted to save it as a note, and we got it. So here is the transcription, right? The variable that I added into the note, and then here's the duration, and here's the status. So it worked fine, all good. And this was basically the whole flow, right? So what you are going to do is basically create two workflows within GoHighLevel, one make phone call and one get call data. Yeah, I'm looking forward on what you guys are building. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach out within our dashboard. We have a chat there. If you have any questions, I'm happy to hop on a call with you and discuss any further details. Yeah, looking forward for seeing what you guys are building with this. Bye.